Film 1. Military leave in the bay. I took the projector out of the closet, fought it for a while before turning it on, and cleaned it as much. A creak rattled, giving celluloid to the blinker. I saw a sailor, or rather an airman, who was stationed on Pianosa, a small Italian island, during the Second World War. He got his American vacation and came here to a little bay. The camera showed what he was filming for his relatives in America. Silly faces for the camera, fooling around with tensing muscles, surrounding forest and bay. He put the camera in the sand to film himself bathing in the water, splashed a little bit but returned soon. He scanned the bay once more with the slow motion of the camera when he spotted several small dark waist-length figures submerged in the water, far enough out in the water. This, however, struck him as strange, as the water must have been 3 meters deep in that place. They stayed independent of the movement of the waves. And it was inhuman that they were stuck without rising or undulating with the water. He put the camera back on the beach and ran to the very shore, waving his hands at them. He was calling out for something. He ran like a dog on the waterline, left to right, gesturing lively and grabbing his head. After all, he was an aviator, sober and able to assess the situation in a second. More than once he encountered danger, technology and death. The characters were faceless, or perhaps it was too far away for the camera to capture the details of these phantoms. One figure waved at the soldier. He stopped and stared, not believing his eyes. The camera was working. He finally entered the water and began walking farther and farther toward them. The camera showed how it floats on the waves and how immobile these phantoms are next to it. At last it was obvious that she was only tilting her head out with difficulty. It flows towards them. The figures decrease and disappear with the soldier. They reappear themselves. The camera is still working for half an hour, showing the waves on the empty bay and the changing shadow with the clothes of the soldier who went into the water and went with them forever. In the box there was a note that the soldier was considered missing. The family never saw this movie. The film did not have any gluing or manipulation of manual retouching. The timing and filming of the events could not be manipulated. El Mico had these movies. U.S. Military Archive Army. Now I had to deal with it all. It starts in chapter TS001. Tututu at www.kuby.pl.